Okay, I think we are on. Testing out a new thing here. Gonna try to dual stream. Hopefully my internet can handle it. Cool. Okay, everything looks decent. So we'll get it started. We're gonna be playing some more Vintage Cube. The huge. Not sure how long the stream is gonna be today, but I'll do at least one draft. Let's jump in. I think there's, I can't see it right now, but I think there's like a watermark in the corner. There's supposed to be, maybe. Oh, there's not. At least not for me. Doesn't look like I'm streaming to YouTube. I'll figure that out in a second. I have a Mox Pearl to take. Yeah, easy Mox. I mean, Shieldred's pretty good. Sneak Attack's fun. Mana Vault's great. I mean, I'd be happy to first pick a Mana Vault too. Caracas is pretty sweet too. Probably be like Pearl, Mana Vault, Caracas would be like the top three here. And then followed by Shieldred, Sneak Attack, Shelldock, Jace. Season Pyromancer's pretty good too, but fairly far down the list. Alright, next up. A good white card as a follow-up in Reprieve, but I think there's better cards here, so I'm looking more at Demonic Tutor or Oko. I am a big fan of Oko in general, but I kind of like taking Demonic Tutor here. So I think I will. And we get Necromancy, Metamorphosis Fanatic, Caustic Bronco. Ursa Monstrosity I like too, if we want to go green-black, but Demonic Tutor and Monstrosity don't really go together. Like, Demonic Tutor, you really want to be going more combo stuff. Or Reanimator like Necromancy. So, yeah, I guess I'll just take that. I think it's a little bit better than Fnatic, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna take it. Ooh, I like Snuff Out. Big fan of Skull Clamp too, and Rumble. Could easily end up being green-black if the good green cards keep coming around, but I'm gonna stay black for now and just take Snuff Out. Lorien Revealed is great. Snapcaster's okay. If Snuff Out wasn't here, I'd probably be taking Rumble or Skull Clamp. See if I can get the YouTube figured out. Alright, what do we got? Cut Down, Brain Freeze, Dak Faden, Grist. So Grist is pretty good if we go the green-black route, like I was saying. But Brain Freeze is a good combo card with Demonic Tutor. If we can get like Yogwill and Underworld Breach. Dak Faden's solid too, but I'm gonna go Grist actually. Maybe we end up more mid-rangey graveyard stuff. Ooh, Ignoble Hierarch is great. I like Brutality in Reanimator, so I could take that, but I like Hierarch and the more mid-rangey strat. Which I also kind of like better in general than just hardcore reanimation. It's just too easy to disrupt. Ooh, Pyroglyph is a good splash. The Ether Spark. Loot. Sentinel. Bone Shards. Bone Shards, once again, decent in Reanimator. Good discard outlet. But I'm going to take the Goyf. We got Ignoble to help splash. Just a great card if you're filling the graveyard. Oh, I guess I am live. Huh. It's weird. On YouTube. Alright, sorry. Inquisition or Duress? I think I actually want Duress. I don't know if that's... I don't actually know which one's better in this situation, but go with Duress. So Pyromancer is good. Bristly Bill is also decent. I think I might just take Kolagon's Command. It's easier to splash. I feel like we're going to want more green right now than we are red. So double red's a little tough, even though the discard is nice. And the graveyard ability. I'm going to go Command. Ooh, okay. Probably going to take a land here. As much as I like Green Suns, it's not even that great in this build right now. Goes and gets Grist, I guess, and Hierarch. It's a decent start. But I think I'd rather take Blazemire or Copperline. It's probably going to be Blazemire because I want the duel to at least be black because we're going to be mostly black, it looks like. Ursun Monstrosity is great. I'm going to grab that, I think. Passed it up originally because I thought I might end up being more combo-y, but I think it fits pretty well in what we're doing now. Mill a card each turn for Goyf. Yeah, Rumble's great. So green's pretty open. Black seems kind of open too. Wield and Unearth. Not a great card, but might actually be pretty good in this deck. Get the Grist back. Monstrosity. Take the Rumble gladly. Portico. I think I'd rather take a Braid for the board. Blackleaf Cliffs is huge. Yavimaya is great too. Nice. It was a good first pack. Okay. So I think the YouTube is actually working, I hope, but it wasn't showing up on the typical spot where it shows up for me, so. Got a second pack here. Looks like a Bombardiers is going to be the pick. Got a second pack. Okay. All right, cool. It looks like it did kind of work. It was in a weird spot. All right, we're good. Cool. So we have Vaultborn Tyrant, great thing to reanimate, but Bombardiers is just insanely good. And it looks like we're going to want to be playing red, so I'm going to grab that. Recurring Nightmare there too. Now we get Wasteland, Raucous Theater, Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt. Critter Maker's okay. A couple of one drops. I think it's between Bolt and Wasteland. Raucous Theater might wheel. I like Fatal Push too, of course, but I think I'd rather have Lightning Bolt. Fatal Push is typically a better removal spell, but Lightning Bolt being able to hit planeswalkers and also just hitting their face is really nice. If it was Strip Mine, I might take Strip Mine, but I think Wasteland being slightly worse makes me want to take Bolt or Push. I'm going to be, well, I don't know. The colors are kind of evening out. I'll take Bolt, I guess. I don't know about that one. Now we get a Library. Could probably play Library. Got some little bit of cheap interaction. Some relatively low cost creatures and stuff. Delighted Halfling is nice too, though. But I think Library's enough better. Palace Jailer, huh? I think it's just Headliner Scarlet, another great red card. We're getting past. Although Hexdrinker, also very good. Green's been pretty open. I guess there's a world where we wheel it. But the rest of this pack isn't all that great. I mean, there's Fractured, Scarlet, Jailer, and then like the rest is kind of whatever. Typically I lean towards the cheaper card, but Scarlet is really solid. Yeah, I'm gonna go Hexdrinker actually, because I think it's more likely we end up with more expensive cards we want to play. One drops are harder to come by, and Hexdrinker works better with Library, I think, because you can play it for one, which Library loves cheaper cards, and it also gives you flexibility to use your mana on level ups on Library turns when maybe you can't, you know, you draw, you have 2 mana left, you don't have a 2-drop, you pump 2 mana into Hexdrinker, just nice. Here I think I'll take Lelia over Endurance. There's a Blooming Marsh here though. Do I need to start taking Fixing? I'd need Fixing, but I could probably wheel the Marsh. I mean, this pack's okay. And people didn't seem super inclined to take black or green. I think Nethergoyf is not quite good enough, even though it's a 1-drop. Ooh, Currency Converter is great. Sedgemoor Witch. We passed the other combo piece for whatever the sorcery is you need to combo with. I forget the name. Chain of Smog, I think. I like Bone Crusher, decent enough, but I think Converter's better. Ooh, Generous Ant 6, Once Upon a Time, all great. Goblin Bombardment could be something. Hogak actually is not crazy with what we've got going on. It's good with Rumble, Grist, Monstrosity. But I think Once Upon a Time is probably going to be the pick. I like 6. We already have 3 really good 3-drops. So I think it's Ant or Once Upon a Time. I don't have any green duels yet, so I'm just going to go with the Once Upon a Time. Speaking of duels, there's a Thornspire Verge. There's a Walk-in Closet too, but I don't think I'm really going to be the lands deck so much, even though we have some stuff with the graveyard. I think I'd rather just take the red-green land here over Haywire Might, Soul Cauldron. This doesn't even seem like a great Soul Cauldron deck. Take the land. Wield the Nightmare. I feel like there was something else I wanted to wheel out of this, but I don't remember what it was. Sleeper's fine. I think I just take Recurring Nightmare though. It's great with Pyrogoyf. Try to find some other stuff. Yeah, I like Sleeper, but take the Nightmare. Wield the Wasteland. Wow. Okay. Well, I like Crater Maker with Recurring Nightmare, but Wasteland's pretty good. Huh. Yeah, Take the Wasteland. Halfling came around. Binding, nah. Take a Halfling. Yeah, just nothing out of this one. Take a Fire Blast, I guess. Endurance is good. Might not put it in the main, but love to have it. Absence Pilgrim. Alright, so we started off with some black cards, but then we really didn't take that much more black after pack 1, so somebody went pretty hard on it. Hogak, though, comes around. Technically a black card. I'll probably play it. So right now, looking for good fetches, good duels. Maybe a little bit more hand disruption removal. There's a Bayou. There's a Proving Ground too, though. It's kind of tough that they're both in the same pack. I guess I'll take Proving Ground. It just opens the door for a lot more good fetch lands, and obviously is all 3 colors instead of just 2. I like having the untapped duels, of course, but having a fully on-color tri-land, I think I gotta snag it. Sowing Mycospawn, Birds. Would love to wheel either of those. Luris could be something, but probably not. Yeah, really just hoping to wheel, like, Edict, Birds. I mean, Plunder would be good too, I guess. Any of those 4. But, yeah, take the land. Omnath. Unfortunately, Flooded Strand's like the one fetch that we don't want. Fear of missing out. Rampaging Raptor is kind of a beast. Well, it's a dinosaur, but, you know, acts like a beast. Concealing Curtains, I don't love. Reclaimer. I mean, Grim Lavamancer with some of the graveyard stuff I have might be decent, but I haven't found Overlord of the Veilmark to be that great, but it's not bad. It does put cards in the yard. I want that over the Fear. I guess probably. White of the Reliquary. I don't love Exhume. Oh, there's a Fable. I'm just going to take that. Hopefully wheel the white. That'd be nice. Scythe Cat Cub. It's a landfall thing. That could be good. Don't have any fetches, though. Not really the land deck too much, but take a Fable. Probably set on 3 drops. Now we get a Taiga, Terra Sunder, Fanatic of Ronus, Itali. It's good to recur. Mind Twist. I do have a Mox Pearl. Some Dorks for a little bit of acceleration. I wouldn't mind getting a large thing like Italian with Recurring Nightmare and Necromancy. But I also really like taking Taiga, just getting better fixing for this fairly evenly split 3-color list. I have a lot of playables already. I think it's fairly likely that one of these comes back, maybe. Although they are just the 4 best cards in the pack, also. We'll see. Maybe the Fanatic will come back or Terra Sunder. Probably the most likely. Now we get Mortuary. And, oh, Prismatic Vista probably has to be the pick. What does this guy do? Oh, this is the Blade Splicer thing. That's cool. But, yeah, I think I'll just be taking the land. Ooh, there's a Copter, too. It's some good stuff. This card's not great, is it? Yeah. It's fine. I do like a Copter, and I do have reasons to discard, but I think I just take the land. Yeah, It's tough. I would like to have that mortuary, but ooh, Archon. Barogoyf is great. I like Springheart. Man, I really want Barogoyf, but I think Archon's just too enticing to take, or too enticing to not take with Necromancy and Nightmare. Now we get Grief, Tarmogoyf, Wastewood Verge. I think Grief is fine, but we're a little too Jundy to want a card that wants to pitch a black card, you know? Fairy Confluence is nice too, but I think this is more of a Goyf or Wastewood pick. I think I'm going to go with a Goyf. I'd like to have another 2-drop. Shore up our curve a little bit. We're going to fill the yard pretty easily, so should be good. Fast Bond coming in late. Cankerbloom, Shallowgrave, Preacher. I mean, this is a good Preacher deck, but we have a lot of 3s already. I guess I could maybe do another one. It's not really a Shallowgrave list so much. I just have Archon. It's like okay with Pyrogoyf, I guess. Cankerbloom's fine. Yeah, I guess I'll take Cankerbloom. I don't know. Okay, Bayou came back. I think I'll just take that over the creatures here. I've enough playables. I'm satisfied with this list, so just take the lands. Curtains, Fear, Reclaimer. I think it's Fear. I kind of like Lavamancer too, though, but I'm going to go Fear. White came around. Don't think we need Expedition Map. Alright, they both came back. Nice. Fanatic or Tear Asunder. I do like both of these, but I'm not really ramping into very much. I like Fanatic's ability to be useful in the yard, but I'm going to take Tear Asunder. Salvager, maybe. Uro, and nice. Free Wastewood Verge at the end there. Pretty cool. So we ended up with a really good fixing, even though we only have Vista as a kind of fetch. We end up with a lot of good duels. So, do have to make a few cuts, because we have Library and Wasteland as 2 of our lands, and we're already at just like 13 lands right now with what we've got. So definitely got to make some cuts. Let's see. Delighted Halfling could probably go. Split these here. Though I don't want to cut too many creatures. Okay, so what do we have for Recurring Nightmare? We have kind of early Hogak we could get out. I guess is nice. Pyroglyph is great. I guess Grist. Bombardiers is nice to bring back if it dies, but we don't have a lot of like engine stuff besides Archon. Like, well, I guess Overlord is decent with it. It's probably good enough to keep in, but it's not. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be outstanding in this deck. We'll see. It's probably one of the disenchant effects at least. Terra Thunder or Bloom. I think I'm gonna go with the Canker Bloom here. Can probably cut Duress. I think we still need to make like 2 cuts. Hmm. I mean, it could be Hogak. I have ways to mill, but I also want to keep those cards in the graveyard, so delving them all out doesn't seem good either. It's a powerful payoff, but I don't know. Because like if we delve 5 cards out of our yard, it's like it shrinks the white, shrinks the Tarmogoyf, takes Delirium off of the fear, you know, it, shrinks the monstrosity, shrinks the Pyrogoyf. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have just enough ways to get stuff in the yard to enable these cares about things in the yard cards, but not quite enough to enable a bunch of delving, if that makes sense. I think one more cut and we should be good. I kind of feel like it's Tear Thunder, but I really like having that in the deck. Maybe Delighted Halfling, but I also like that with these 3-drops. We have a lot of 3s. Hmm. So white, I I could probably cut the white. I mean, I know I said I didn't want to cut too many creatures, but it's probably not going to be more than like a 4/4 most of the time. That is good, I guess, but can get disrupted. It's also, I don't know, I think our fixing is good enough. I'm not really too worried about the mana cost. Yeah, I don't know, I guess it's fine. I just, like, the only land we really care about getting is Wasteland, because by the time we get a white out, we're probably not going to care about Library being out. And then maybe it helps us fix, but like using a 2 mana black-green card to fix is probably not a great idea. It does apply sometimes though. I mean, the right answer is probably one of these 3 drops just because I have so many. But I just don't know which one to take out. Maybe Lelia. Just because we're not like super aggro. I don't have a ton of removal to clear the way. My other 3s are more solo-y. Like Monstrosity just gets indestructible. Bombardiers has Menace and can kill a blocker. Fable does other stuff. Doesn't really get into combat. Grist is just a planeswalker, obviously. So, I mean, as much as I like Lelia, and especially with a Mox Pearl, getting a turn 2 Lelias can get out of control. I guess that is one combo with Hogak, as we can get Lelia out and then Hogak for 5-on-1 counters. Hmm. Maybe it is just Recurring Nightmare, though. It's like, but then at that point, do I want Archon with just one way to recur it? Because right now I have Recurring Nightmare, Necromancy, and Demonic Tutor, which is essentially 3 ways to get it back. I think that's kind of the minimum. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Lelia might be the weak link here. As strong as it is in a lot of situations. My other 3 drops are just a little bit better. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with this. 2-2-1. Sure. Sounds right. Any green sources? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not bad. I guess only 7 turn 1 green sources though. Maybe get another forest in here. Black, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's pretty good. Snuff Out wants a swamp fairly early, but the rest are okay. Red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Triple 8. Yeah, I think I want one more green source. So let's cut a mountain, I think. All right, let's jam. I guess currency converter at the end of the day might not be as good as Lelia. But I have like Fable and Fear of Missing Out that discards. I just like it I just like it by itself. It's good against opposing discard spells. Just gets you so much free value, or nearly free. Cheap casting cost. We'll see. I like this deck. I don't think it's that great, but it's got a good curve, got some good value, a little bit of synergy. So we'll see. I would have liked like Thoughtseize. I know I got a Duress, but Thoughtseize would have been nice. Play first. Ooh, library hand. I'll keep this. Bolt and library is good. Wasteland for their stuff. See if I can go a game without misplaying Library of Alexandria. If they go like Triome, ooh, they have a Thoughtseize? No. Wow. I was gonna say we spoke it into existence. So that takes us off library, unfortunately. I think I will wasteland their Watery Grave. I assume that they take Necromancy here. Yep. That sucks. Yeah, Hand Disruption is like obviously really bad when you're dropping a turn 1 library. It goes from incredibly powerful card to, oh, and the Grief. Wow. Okay. Whatever. I mean, I think they take probably Overlord, maybe Bolt if they have another creature they want to play, but I'm assuming Overlord. I don't know. Makes it where I don't really have much of a play. Yep. All right. Yeah, no real chance that I get back to library now. It's okay though. I think I will go ahead and wasteland that. Pass the turn. So I'm a green source away from Monstrosity or white. Or Grist. Good thing is if I get really screwed and I get it back up to 7 cards, then we have library again. Wow, and they're playing animated. Cool. Yeah, love to see it. Yeah, the reanimator mirror when your opponent has good hand disruption can certainly be rough. Luckily they didn't bin any other crew. What? No, they did. They got Emperor. Okay. No other big stuff though. Forest. Bayou. You have a Maya. Bayou. Nice. I mean, if I start with Grist, it just dies. I make a 1/1, I chump, but then never. I guess I could just keep chumping. If they have removal, then Grist dies. I don't know. I think I start with Monstrosity, get that rolling. Kind of race a little bit. Mill the land, okay. So it attacks as a 5/5 next turn at least. But they could easily kill it. They have 5 cards. They're in black. Looks like Esper colors, actually. Which typically has a lot of ways to kill creatures. So we'll see. Yep, there's one now. They've pitch cast 2 cards, and I still feel like we're down on card advantage. Somehow. They pitch a Council's Judgment, okay? You get their Solitude back, or the Grief, I guess. But please don't try to jump on me. There's the Emperor. Okay. What can I tutor for? I guess a Necromancy. Because they got their Grief back. So whatever I tutor for, they can just take it. But they would have to pitch another card, which they might not have. I'm assuming they have another black card, but we'll see. They didn't have a land, so the odds they have a black card are pretty high. Although they didn't play it, they didn't pitch it last turn. I guess they already knew the cards in my hand, but still. Go ahead and bolt that now before they have a chance to adapt. And then I guess I'll tutor, but I feel like it's just gonna get taken. Whatever I get. Could just get a land. Get like Proving Ground or something. Fable seems okay. Bombardiers not so great. Snuff Out unfortunately doesn't do much. I wish I could play Currency Converter. Maybe I should have done that instead of bolting. Yeah, that might have been the right call. Play Converter, and then if they grief me, I get to make a thing. Could still take it. Nah, I think I go Fable or Bombardiers, because then they either make me discard or they don't. But if they don't, I at least have a really good thing to play. Let's go Fable. Pass. I think they're just going to grief me, but we'll see. Especially because they can just... I let them... I'm now letting them overlord into Emperor Bones and then pitch that to grief. So even if they didn't have a black card before, now they do. Not playing at the best, but I think I'm pretty dead regardless. They flip Metamorphosis Fanatic. They put that to hand. Interesting. Why would they put that to hand? Okay, I don't know about that one. Fanatic seems like something you'd want in the yard more than Emperor, but maybe they think they'll get Emperor back later to actually cast. I'm not sure. Goif. Alright, pretty easy turn this time. Make a chumper. If they have a removal spell, then they got me, I guess. They could get Solitude back and Solitude the token before I can block. They'd have to have a white card to pitch. Okay, they didn't mill any creatures. They milled a Swords and a Teferi, so they are pretty much straight up Esper. They're playing Consider. I haven't really seen enough blue to be playing Consider, but I guess they figure it's good. Yeah, they are going for the Solitude. They pitch Wandering Emperor. Okay. Yep, that's not really what I was afraid of. It's just what I assumed was going to happen. Land would be good. God, the actual worst draw. Now, if they have him to Turok, like maybe I shouldn't play white, but I think it's fine. If they have Liliana, I have Snuff Out, I can discard. If they have him, then you got me. They didn't play it last turn, so. They can do the Solitude trick again if they want, but at this rate, they're going to mill themselves out before they kill me. If they attack with Overlord again. They hit... Okay, they go for Emperor Bones this time. I don't think I'm supposed to block. Okay. Land, please. Untapped. Hex Drinker. Okay. This is a sorcery only? No, okay. So I can block and sack if I want to try to eat the Overlord. But they can also just Emperor their Solitude and exile the white. Also, they probably aren't going to attack with their Overlord anymore. It's got Vigilance, so we can attack. There you go. Down to 14. How's it feel? You adapting immediately? You have to exile a thing first. Seems like it's something else, though. Okay. What are we exiling? Probably Solitude. Be kind of wild if they exiled the Grief and got my Pyroglyph, but be a pro move. Well, I don't even know if it'd be a pro move. It'd just be unfortunate for us. Oh, they go for my Tarmogoyf. So they're going to shrink the white. I mean, if they want to attack with Overlord, that's fine with me, unless they have a way to shuffle. I think maybe they messed up. Oh, that's not what you want to do. Okay. Well, I'm not going to sack my Hex Drinker if they're not going to try to kill it, so. I mean, they got a creature out of my yard that is somewhat relevant, but they kind of wasted their adapt there. There's the converter. Okay. Well, if I level Hex Drinker 3 times and level it again 3 times next turn, it'll be unblockable. So it might be correct to not play Converter. But I also kind of want to get this Snuff out of my hand. Make it a 2/2, but I guess a 2/2 is not really doing much on this board anyway. They're done attacking with Overlord, so we probably don't have to worry about Grief too much. The Emperor of Bones has done its job. So, yeah, I think I just level 3 times. So that way, even if we don't draw a land, we can level 3 more times. If I do draw a land, I'll probably be playing Paraguay, I'm assuming. Okay. Well, Snuff Out's definitely coming out in this matchup. The only non-black card they scoop, okay. I was going to say the only non-black creature we've seen is Solitude. Not the best one to hold up Snuff Out for. They have an Entomb. I don't see any large creatures though, so they must either have them in their hand or in their library yet. But there's Animate Dead. We saw Shallow Grave. So yeah, they've got something big. Probably just Archon or Traxa or whatever. Alright. We got game 1 though. That was nice. Bring in Endurance for sure. Looks like Snuff Out's not great. They do have a couple ways to deal with my graveyard stuff. Solitude exiling stuff. Other exile effects like Swords, and then Emperor Bones. So maybe white is not as good. I think Goyf's still fine because it looks at their graveyard. Duress seems pretty good against them. I think Bolt could probably go. Emperor Bones was like the only one that's a decent Bolt target, and you only have like 1 turn to do that before it's out of reach. And then I guess Cankerbloom just for another way to deal with Animate Dead. Sure. See what happens. I'm a little bit worried due to my lack of reanimation spells that I'm going to have Archon in my hand. They're going to make me discard it and then recur it before I can. Alright, this hand looks okay. If they don't kill Ignoble, that can be a black source. We have other stuff to play regardless, so it's a keeper, seems like. Duress should be good. Hopefully they don't kill me before I can play it. Luckily, Yavimaya does not help them, as far as I know. Uh-oh. Double on-color Mox list over there. Fable's not a bad draw. Start with the Hierarch, of course. I mean, a turn 2 Fable would be great, but I would also accept turn 2 Duress, Cankerbloom. Could also Cankerbloom their Sapphire turn 2, but Raffine. Interesting. Okay. So they can connive and discard a big fatty. Please my urge. Activate for red. Okay, so taps for black regardless, so I can just play that. For the black for duress. Ignoble can take care of the rest. So I think I want to duress for sure. I'm not sure what else I want to do though. Hmm. I guess in that case I'll just duress first before I play land or do anything. That makes sense, right? Because I'm assuming they have a big thing that they want to discard, and then they have an anime dead or something to recur it. Okay, they have neither of those things. Cool. Teferi Judgment Borrower. Don't really care about Borrower. Can't take it anyway. Teferi Council's Judgment. Teferi's annoying, but I have like 3.5 creatures in my hand that are all fairly cheap. So I think I can kill it, kind of. I mean, I guess Raffine's a good blocker, though. Should probably get rid of the Judgment. I'm not too worried about playing instants right now. Although I guess I don't actually care too much about Judgment either. Hmm. Yeah, let's just take the Teferi, make it a 1-for-1, even though they get... Like, exiling a thing is good, but Teferi drawing them cards and kind of forcing me to make weird combat decisions is not great. So now I have to choose between these three. I guess it's probably Rumble, huh? And then hit him with the Fear, hopefully have Delirium. Or I could go the other way around, I guess. Probably be better. Discard the Bloom. Yeah, let's do that. So next turn I can go Rumble into Fable if they don't have any removal. They might Judgment my Hierarch, I guess. That is possible. Draw Terra Sunder. Okay. So I have 2 card types. I need 2 more, so land and something else. Either instant or enchantment, maybe. We're gonna connive first. Cool. What they discard? Frantic Search. Okay. So still just Borrower, Judgment, and one unknown in hand. Rafine's a 2/5. The Ward 1. So I can't exile it next turn with Terra Sunder, but if I draw another land, or I guess I could use the Rumble thing next turn, like the following turn. They go for the Borrower instead of the Judgment. Okay. Interesting. Leaving 1 mana open. Could be a Swords. I could take him off blue, I guess. And just Terrace under the Mox Sapphire and try to race him. Replay my Hierarch. Seems okay. Oh, that was stupid. I missed the damage there. That was very dumb. I guess, well, yeah, I'd rather play around Mana Tithe with the Terra Sunder rather than the Hierarch, I think. Yeah, definitely missed the damage there, though, unfortunately. I also don't have removal for Rafine now, but my plan is to just try to race, I guess. I don't know. That might have been a bad idea. They get to loot every turn. It grows every turn. They're also discarding removal, which is scary. Good news is if they kill the fear, we'll have delirium. So, joke's on them. Yep, they did have the swords. I kind of figured the way they played the last turn. Alright, let's go Rumble. See if we can get Delirium, the extra damage. Permanent card to my hand. I should probably get Endurance. But Pirate Glyph is also very good. And I guess it's close to, let's say it'll be land 4, 5, it'll be 5 types. So Goyf will be a 5/6. It's not gonna be able to kill Rafine, but it is a lot of damage. Endurance is better against their animates and stuff, but that's not too much of a concern. I guess Council Judgment, their last card. They have Borrower. So Goyf's better at racing, but Endurance can block the Borrower. And they have Judgment for the Goyf anyway, even though it's bigger. I think I'd rather have the ETB of Endurance just to be safe. I don't know, it's tough. So I have Delirium now, so I get to attack twice. Which will probably be enough to draw the Judgment. Use that against the fear. Also, I guess I shouldn't have even included borrower in my decision making because um, they don't have any blue at the moment. Inquisition. Okay. Yeah, I might as well play it now because I know it lets them. It makes them takes the Fable, which is a better card, but I'd rather. I don't even want to shuffle those really. Yeah, I don't even want to shuffle those. I think I'd rather just have a 3/4. Do they have to? Is connive? They have to discard if it's a non-land. Yeah, if it's a non-land, they get the counter. So if they discard a land here, I can still block Rafine. I mean, I can block it either way, but they discard consider. Okay, take 4. Last card still Council's Judgment, so I get to hit them for 8. I guess they'll probably exile Monstrosity, but I get to hit them for 8 again, so they got to come up with something else. I think I do want the extra mill, so I'll play it pre-combat. It's a 13/13, nice. Oh, because it gets double. That's funny. Wow, Fear of Missing Out and Earthside Monstrosity is a pretty sick combo. It gets like the double bonus on the second combat. All right, that should do it. I guess they have to, even if they leave Rafine back to block, it's not enough. Yeah, they vote for the Monstrosity. Because I can still attack with the Fear, right? It's just when it attacks. Yeah, okay. So I block. Well, no, I guess I can put him to 3 and then. Yeah, okay. Well, Demonic Tutor. Turns out Demonic Tutor is a pretty good card, though. Although I won't have any. I only have 1 black, so. And my Bolt is gone, and my Pyroglyph is gone, and my Necromancy's gone. uh, okay. Let's see. And I still play it, of course. There's got to be something that gets me the win here, right? I would assume. Cold Guns Command. Nope, I don't have any black yet. Oh, Bombardiers probably does it. Yeah, that has to do it. GG. Yeah, a couple misplays there earlier in the game, but we got there anyway. All part of the plan. All right, round 2. That was funny. My opponent's deck looked good. Um, they had some reanimation stuff going on, but they just never. I guess they never saw the big creature in their deck, Archon or something. And it didn't seem like it was just a. I mean, it wasn't just a. I'll throw Animate Dead in because it's a good card. They had Entomb, so they clearly had something large of their own they wanted to get back. But Play first. And looks pretty good. Do I want a tutor for something on turn 1? Probably not. Could go get Grist and have a turn 2 Grist. It doesn't seem too bad. Takes me off red for these, but I'm kind of off that anyway if I want to play halfling. Yeah, let's go get a Grist, I guess. Oh, what am I saying? We have better threes. We got Broadside, Fable, Ursine Monstrosity. Yeah, we've got threes. I don't know why Grist was the first one to pop in. I guess I probably want Fable. Yeah, it seems like Fable's probably the best right now. I think it's a better turn 2 play than Bombardiers right now. We got answers for that, luckily. I think I will go ahead and kill it as opposed to trying to play Fable this turn. I guess I could let them get 1 cat. Because my Kolaghan's command doesn't do a ton right now. Could also Overlord and then just bolt the cat. Save the command for later. Or for recurring a creature. Yeah. I don't think that's actually that bad. Go get a mountain first so I don't mill it on accident. I could always just make him discard though. Yeah. No, I think I'd play one of my threes because otherwise I'll have the 2 threes in hand, which I'm obviously not going to be able to play both in one turn. Whereas now if I draw a land, I can go Fable plus Bolt or Fable plus Halfling or something. And if I don't draw a land, I still have the option to go Overlord Bolt if I feel like it's better than Fable. Which it might be. Library. That is a land. Doesn't let me play Fable Bolt or Fable Halfling, unfortunately. I think I do need to kill the Cobra. Yeah, let's get rid of that. All right, I'll get the fear back. We can discard this halfling. I kind of want to get the Fable out first, though. Ooh, Necromancy. That's also good. Hopefully they don't have a way to interact with that. I'm assuming they have removal. They got 3 cards, no plays, double white. But I guess we'll see. As long as they don't have Containment Priest. Do they have Containment Priest? We'll find out. Oh wait, they do have Containment Priest, but it's in the graveyard. You gotta pay attention. GG. Yeah, I mean that. Whatever. I kind of stumbled my way into that win, but I ended up making, I think, mostly the right decisions. All right. So green white. We did see Containment Priests, which is unfortunate. I could actually just get rid of the Necromancy, Recurring Nightmare shenanigans. I don't have much going on with those anyway. They're good, but Containment Priest shutting that down is kind of lame. It's only 3 cards. Like, the rest of the deck is perfectly functional without them. Although I guess, I mean, I don't really want to bring in Duress. Probably a Braid. I guess Salvager could be good. There's more bodies to block with. They're pretty creature based, looks like. Could be a decent Hogak swap because we're taking out some of the Graveyard Matters stuff. Although, no, I guess it's not really Graveyard Matters. It's just singular recursion is not, doesn't care as much about the delving. Probably just like Cankerbloom Salvager. Probably cut a swamp for a mountain. Sand seems decent. Ooh, okay. It's a good start. Unfortunately, don't have a bolt or anything, but let's go mountain first. I'm a little worried about wasteland from them. They certainly won't be making us discard, so maybe converter could have been a cut. All the dorks. Okay. Take 1. Need to find a black source. Got plays for now, though. Salvager's kind of cute with grist tokens. Uh-oh. Natural order. Well, it's probably game A. What do you got? Does Craterhoof kill me? No. Agonosaur Rex. If I draw a black source, I can kill that. Not dead yet. Yeah, I guess they get to attack there. No blocks. Black source? Bombardiers. That's not so great. I mean, good card, but doesn't really do much here. So I take 9 next turn, at least. Is it possible for me to race? Maybe. Play Bombardiers. Attack, throw the converter at them for 3. They go to 15. I go to 8. No, I need to find a blocker. I guess I just play Salvager, huh? Pass. I just need to draw black source essentially. I maybe should have just not even played a creature and just looted with converter, get a treasure, or find a black source. Like try to draw a land that's gives black, or just discard a land, make a treasure. Probably would have been better. Now they have Mother of Runes, so I can't even block it now. Well, that's a black source, but let's see. I'm not dead yet. Because I can Bombardier is the Mother of Runes. And then chump the Rex. Hmm. Six, seven. Alright, I guess I want to attack with Canker Bloom, but I guess to play it safe, I should just leave it back in case they have some spot removal. I should just attack with Bombardiers and leave it at that. Because if I attack with Canker Bloom and then they have removal for Golem, then I'm dead. So yeah, and I think I will let them block if they want to try to block. Let's see. Do I sack Converter? Probably. Wow. I guess I should have waited till my end step, but it's pretty sick. So they did have removal. I can still survive. Wow, okay. So I guess I'm dead anyway. Yeah. This is not looking good. Thought about keeping the artifact because I can potentially still block the Rex, but I don't think it's going to come to that. It's so much damage. Doesn't the protection doesn't matter anymore as far as blocking. Yeah, another black source, but too late, I think. Hmm. Yeah, I think I messed up on that one turn with the converter. I should have maybe just tried to get to the black source sooner instead of playing the salvager. Hmm. Eight. I could almost. Hmm. Yeah, let's just scoop. I don't want to show many cards. I'm at 2. I died to both of the insect tokens, so like even messing around with Rex and Mother Runes just doesn't really matter. All right. Game 3. Well, I am glad that the best thing they thought to natural order for was the 8/8 with trample. Even though it is what killed me. It was mostly my lack of black mana that was the problem. Yeah, I think we just run this back. Okay, this hand doesn't have green, but it does have Bolt, Snuff Out, Fable, which I think is good enough to keep. Start with Swamp. I guess there's a chance I want to Snuff Out on their turn. I don't know. Might as well. Okay. Could probably just bolt that. Before they have Touch the Spirit Realm or whatever. The Fanatique. Let's go Fable, and then not sure if I'm supposed to kill Fanatic or not. I guess I do. I don't know. I guess if I let them have it, they could natural order, but then I just kill the thing that they natural order for, so doesn't seem like a great argument. But I do want to attack with the Goblin Shaman token, and Fanatic blocks it, so whatever. Yeah, I think I ditched the Wasteland at this point. But I'll keep the other 2. Or other 3, or whatever. Goyf. Goyf for 3. I could save it, but I have Terra Sunder for removal. So I think I just jam. And 3, I mean, there's no guarantee that it goes much higher than 3 anytime soon. So I think taking off another one of their dorks is good. GG. All right. Could be on the trail of a trophy here. First one of the league, but I think I've only done like, I think this is maybe my 4th draft or something of this run. So haven't been jamming too much. Well, not counting the like preview league, whatever drafts, I guess that would make it 6. But the preview ones I did win all my games. They were all best of one, but I won all those. So there. This hand's interesting. No green or red, but we have Converter and Overlord and Necromancy. So I think I keep, especially on the draw. Seems acceptable, but we'll see. Opponent starts with Island Mana Vault. Well, regardless of the hand we kept, maybe this wasn't going to work out. We did draw Mox, though. Okay, not bad. Now I think I just start with Overlord. See if we can get a creature. Got 2 creatures, actually. Double Goyf, A. I guess I'll go Tarmogoyf, because if I draw a green source, I'd rather play that than white. If I draw a red source, I already have Kolaghan's Command. I'm going to want to jam. And I'll be off of the Pyrogoyf anyway. And Pyrogoyf is also, I think, better to Necromancy if I want to. Like if they jam a creature here, like a big 5-drop creature. Or, you know, if they like fractured identity in my Overlord or something like that. I can maybe get a situation where Pyrogoyf does something. Although I guess it'd only be 2 card types at that point. I don't know. Maybe getting the Pyrogoyf was better. But I think it's pretty much exactly even odds to draw a red source or a green source. I have like maybe one more green source. But what about a green card? So unfortunately my opponent's only played 2 islands, but I guess I don't want to crack my wasteland yet anyway. Yeah, Necromancying Pyrogoyf doesn't seem super exciting. So let's just go Converter. I guess I should have played the Wasteland first, but whatever. And then I'll just loot. Whoa. Okay. Fair enough. 4-3. So I'm going to draw an extra card. I get to convert something. Probably one of these green creatures. Probably the Goyf that I got back. Or the white. Probably the white, I guess. Blue-black. They might recur my Pyrogoyf. Thieving Skydiver. That's tough. Because if I loot, then they get the thing under it and they can make an extra creature. But if I don't loot, I'm that much further away from getting something relevant. I guess I can just not put the card under, huh? Yeah. Oh, well, let's see what they target first. They might actually just target the pearl. I'm assuming they go for the converter, though. Oh, they go for the pearl. Okay. Fair enough. I guess that makes sense. Wastewood Verge. I guess white could eventually get me a red source. That's fine. Ah, shoot. Oh no, I can still put it back. Okay. So, well, it doesn't really work. I can still kill it, but they just get it back as an enchantment. They would draw one card off the Skydiver. I was going to get the Pyroglyph back and kill the Curiosity. I think that's probably still the play. Hmm. Actually, no, I think I'm going to get the Skydiver off the field. I can just jump the Curiosity. Or trade with it, I guess. If I really want to. Upkeep Vamp Tutor, okay. So that doesn't add anything as far as card types. If I can get a red source and blow up one of their artifacts, that'll add another one. Which would be nice. Here's my double Goyf. I do get another trigger with this Goyf for the Pyroglyph thing, which is nice. Can blow something up or just hit him for like 3 or 4 or whatever it's going to be. So right now the plan is just Wastewood Verge, Hex Drinker, Goyf, leveled the Drinker once. But they're Vamp Tutoring, so I wouldn't be surprised if stuff gets disrupted. Still a couple turns off of the Overlord, of course. I'm assuming this isn't just like a twister. Yeah, Frantic Search, okay. So they got some recursion too, I'm assuming. Could still be combo, but I think Enduring Curiosity and Skydiver, you're leaning a little bit more towards creature-based, like reanimation stuff, rather than combo. But you never know. They discarded 2 lands, so that's, I think, good for me. Ooh, they are Grixis. So they could be breaching. Oy. Lightning Greaves. They did all this pre-combat though, so I can just eat it with the Pyroglyph. Huh. Interesting. Three colors, no non-basics. Like, even the ones they discarded. Alright. Squiff it up. Hit you for 4. Attack. So, what did they vamp tutor for? It can't have been Frantic Surge. I guess it's possible, but I'm a little hesitant to just play the Hex Drinker out. I think I wait. Because I have Currency Converter I can loot with. Oh no, Bolt's their last card. Okay, so I guess. Man, that's a weird thing to do, though. To vamp tutor for a Frantic Surge. Seems weird. I don't know. Like tutoring for a card that draws you 2 cards to find something? I don't know. Maybe they wanted to fill their graveyard. They're trying to find Breach and do both at the same time. Like fill the yard and find the card and get lucky. You know? Not sure. Because they did it on upkeep too, so it's not like they were trying to set up the following turn, you know? Ah, whatever. GG. It does seem like I want endurance because I'm a little wary of their Grixis tutoring nonsense. So I think I'll bring that in. Seems like Duress will also be good. We didn't see any counters, but they could obviously have them. Kind of feel, I mean, they showed like Bolt. They didn't show like a ton of interaction, but they did have Bolt. They could have counters. I don't know. I was thinking about bringing maybe Lelia in, but I guess on the draw, I'm maybe a little bit more hesitant to do that. Canker Bloom, if they have more artifacts and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to exile that curiosity, but I think I can. I think I can manage. Yeah, white can probably go. They are playing black, but Snuff Out. Snuff Out might be okay still. I don't know. The odds that the card they're recurring, if they are recurring stuff, or like through the reaching it out, the odds that it's black are pretty good, but I don't know. I'll take out the Snuff. I'm not sure about that one. Sand seems okay. Surely they have some non-basics, right? I mean, they're 3 colors. You have to, by law. You have to have some non-basics. Alright, Duress seems like a good draw. Take Dak Faden, cool. Opponent on a very slow hand. I guess Harvester's not too slow. Never mind. I take it back. Hmm. Hmm. Alright, I think I get a red source, I guess, but because I can get red or black and it turns on the verge to give me red. Pretty even as far as sources and cards to play. I don't think it matters a ton. I'll get the mountain. And then I guess play the pearl. And then we'll ditch the way, or we'll ditch the arc. Well, it's pretty risky to ditch the Archon actually, because they could have recursion. They played swamp. I don't know. Whatever, no fear. They don't have any recursion yet, so maybe they won't. I think 3 card types. I need like an instant or something in there. Can probably get that with the Rumble. If I play Pyrogoyf, they just Tidebinder it. So let's go Rumble. Try to get Delirium. Maybe they'll Tidebinder the Delirium trigger. We can Goyf next turn. Okay, so we're not going to get Delirium. Oh wait, no, we will if we put the Overlord in the yard. Yeah, let's take Monstrosity. I do like Ignoble, but I think being able to play Monstrosity here is pretty nice. Get the Delirium. I'm gonna go ahead and play it now for the extra mill. I guess they could counter the Monstrosity thing, or the Monstrosity's trigger to kind of turn that off. But it'll still be a 3/3. We would still get the fear trigger in that case. They'd take 4. Let's see what they do. I mean, I think this would be ideal if they counter this one, because then we can just Goyf the Tidebinder and proceed as scheduled. I don't think I'm even supposed to attack, really. I think I do, because if they trade, that's fine. Then I have Monstrosity they have to deal with. If they don't trade, they take 4, so. I milled Tarmogoyf, that kind of sucks. So they have Swamp Harvester and 3 unknowns. See what happens here. Still no non-basics. That's kind of crazy for a 3-color list. the removal, the bounce, the blocker. We've been a recurring nightmare. Not the best mills from the monstrosity here, but it's okay. Hit you for 5. Alright, they gotta do something here. We're gonna get comboed next turn. Cycle Xander's Lounge, okay. I mean, I'm kind of flooded, but it's possible they are too. Sweet. The trophy. Not bad. Not bad at all. Cool. We're on the board. Alright, what is it? 7:30. Yeah, I guess I'll do another. Alright. Ooh, we get to start with another Mox. Mox Opal. No, wait. Alright. Mox Sapphire. Great start. Passing a Dismember. And not much else. I mean, Time Spiral, Birds, both cool. Flage. But yeah, Mox Sapphire is great. Not much else to say. Ooh, another technically Power 9 card. Time Twister. I could take that. I'm actually leaning a little bit more towards Memory Lapse, but it's been a while since I've played Time Twister. Yeah, sure. Let's take a Twister. I think on most days I'd probably take Memory Lapse there. But I just kind of feel like drafting a Twister list. Ooh, Felly is very good. Doesn't really go with a Twister too much, but it would have been great with a Memory Lapse. I think as it is, I'll probably snag the Lorraine Revealed. Not that I'm like locked into blue, but it is a pretty good one. There's a Smuggler's Copter, also, and a Vampiric Tutor, which is good if we're comboing, which is usually what you're doing if you're playing Time Twister. I'm just not a huge fan of Vamp Tutor in general. It's fine. But I'm going to take Lorraine. I could see taking Felia there. Just kind of take the best card for the first few picks. Not get locked in on the Time Twister. But I think Lorraine Revealed is good enough to stay blue. Now we get past the Palace Jailer, of course. This time I think I will take the white card just because there's not as good of a second pick as the Lorraine Revealed was. There is a third path Iconoclast, which is kind of a stormy spell card. Can kind of put into some combo decks, but I'm not a huge fan of that early. Ghost Vacuum I like. I think it's a solid graveyard hate card. For sure. Can kind of turn the tide late too. But yeah, I think Jailer's just by far the best card, so I'll just slam that. I mean, maybe White's open. I mean, we're getting now a Balance and a Mother of Runes. We got past Ophelia. It was only pick 2, but or pick 3, I mean. Alright. Yeah, I like the land spell cards. Like Sing to Stupor is pretty good. The Witch that blows up artifacts or enchantments is good. But I think Balance is great and Mother of Runes both good. I'm gonna go with Balance, I think. Kind of lends itself more to Time Twister. We already have one Mox. So I'm gonna go Balance. Now we get Thalia. So the white weenie stuff is definitely coming around. There's a Lightning Bolt too, Tameo, Revoker, Dam. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I do like Tameo. I mean, if this was a Time Walk instead of a Time Twister, I'd probably take Tameo. As it is, I guess Bolt isn't out of the question. Thalia, I don't think I'm really headed towards a Thalia deck, but I don't know. If white really is that open, I could. I'll just take Dam. I don't know. I don't love it. Of course, we get Wrath. Great. Static Prison seems kind of cool. Ether Spellbomb. Yeah, sure. Let's take the Prison. Try that out. Maybe Thundering Falls might have been the pick there. Portal. I don't really care about these cards. I guess Flicker Wisp with Jailer's kind of nice. I kind of want to take Portal just in case we get a Tinker, but I'm not really sure the blue's very open. City of Traders, yeah. Alright, I'll take Flicker Wisp. Maybe we should just be White Weenie. I got kind of distracted by the Time Twister here. Ephemerate. Could be cool. There's a Flage too. Usually end up with a lot of 4-drop options, so I'm not too worried about taking Elspeth. I think I'll take Ephemerate. I don't think Ephemerate's that great in general, but I already have Jailer and Flicker Wisp. It could set up a situation where blinking things is profitable. We'll see. It's a late Grist. Squadron's great. So, yeah, I think the whites just seems to be very open. Shredder. Shredder's fine, but I think I'd rather have a tower. For any splashes I might want to engage in. I think Bombardment. If I get a Johnny, I wish that I had that. I don't know, whatever. Take Raffine. So I think somebody picked up on the white being wide open. And we might not be alone in pack 2. We'll see though. This Twister doesn't seem like it's really going to do much. So I missed out on Ophelia, Athalia, and I think something else decent. Now we get Path to Exile, Adeline, Jackrabbit, Of course, now there's the brain freeze pulling me back towards combo stuff, but I think I'm kind of off that based on what we were seeing. It's kind of hard to tell pack one, but yeah, I'm gonna grab the path. Hopefully wheel Jackrabbit or Adeline. Getting past a Mox Pearl, okay. It's a sign. Spellbinder's great. Would love to get that, but obviously Mox Pearl is a must take. Windswept Heath, Skull Clamp, Fractured Identity. Fractured Identity is very good, but it is 5 mana. Whereas Skull Clamp is much cheaper and could be very good. It's not the best right now. Oh, that's a new cat. There's like 3 or 4 cats that run around here, but looks like there's a new gray and white one making an appearance. Yeah, I'll take the Fractured, I guess. Maybe get some of these other blue cards back in. Could end up playing Rafine. Ooh, Mystic Confluence. That would be a reason to get back into blue more heavily than just a splash. But there is also Celestial Colonnade. It's not my favorite land when you're splashing, because obviously you need other blue sources to make it good. But it is a solid land overall. I think I'll take Mystic Confluence. There's a decent chance Hero wheels if nobody's in like heavier white. We'll see. I'll take the Confluence. It's just a lot better than those other cards. Now we get Caracas, Lauren, Skydiver are both good. No More Lies also good, but Caracas is insane, so I'll snag that. Usher, Staff, Malcolm, all pretty solid. There's a Palantir here. I don't love the Palantir in like low curve decks so much. It's still fine, especially if you want another 3 just kind of consistently decent card. But I think I'd rather have a 1-drop or the Staff. Staff is pretty good with Skull Clamp, but I think Usher is actually potentially better. I would love to wheel the Staff. Usher is pretty great with Squadron too, if you can get those going. I guess Seachrome Coast is pretty solid here. I would take Phantasmal Image and try to get more blue in, but I think taking the fixing first is better than taking another blue card. I don't think I need Tropical Island. Might grab the Lose Focus. If I had that Windswept Heath, then Tropical Island would be nice. Yeah, I think I'll actually still take it. I don't think I'm going to be playing Lose Focus. It's among the worst of the cheap soft counters, especially in a deck that's like really light on blue, or seems like it's going to be light on blue right now, because the Replicate is more blue, you know. Okay, we wheeled both. It's a good sign. They both make tokens. They're fairly similar cards, but Adeline has a bigger butt. Jackrabbit's a little bit more flexible. I think it's Adeline in a deck that's mostly white. So like the color requirement's not as bad. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna need a Bayou or Thespian stage. I'll just take a Wasteland. Okay, not wheeling any more white cards. I don't remember if there were any good ones in this pack, but I guess Scolding maybe. Alright, we got the Colonnade. That's nice. I don't think there were any white cards in that pack that I cared about. There was just the Confluence and the Colonnade. There were definitely cards in this pack, but we did get one of them at least. No more lies. So, pack 3, looking for, Flooded Strand, Tundra, Hallowed Fountain. Be some of the top picks. And then just cheap creatures, cheap interaction, like Phantasma Image is great. Didn't wheel the staff, unfortunately, so they're definitely at least. Ooh, this pack's got a lot of stuff in it, but we may only take one for now. Urza's Saga with double Mox is pretty cool. Only other artifacts are Securitron Squadron and I think Prison. No, it's just an enchantment. Okay. Squadron's an artifact, right? Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, not big on artifacts, but finding Mox Sapphire or Mox Pearl is pretty cool. And just making the 2 tokens just a land drop is pretty swell. But I think I'm going to take Solitude. If I was like a heavier artifact list, Saga would probably take precedence, but Solitude's just insanely good, especially with Ephemerate. Pretty awesome. So snag that, give somebody Ragavan. Winds of Abandon. I wish this was a Hallowed Fountain. OMG, this Vintage Cube is totally busted. Wow, the most ChatGPT chat message I think I've ever seen. But thank you. Thank you for commenting, citizen. Yeah. I guess Preordain's fine. I like Preordain in general. It's not my favorite card here. I think Winds is probably going to be better for me in general. Ooh, man. I know I said I wanted fixing, but I really like Guide of Souls. We are short on 1-drops. That deck is straight up gas, my dude. Did you mill that bomb or just top deck it like a wizard? The stream is pure gold. Incredible. Those lines will word for word be in the next, like when they make a Magic the Gathering movie, that somebody will say those words. No way, sick mountain, bro. So Walking Ballista here too. I think it's got to be Guide or Archive. Yeah, I'll just take the Archive. Sorry, Guide. That was tough. I think I just need the fixing though. I'm gonna end up with plenty of playables, I think. Because I also have other stuff I could throw in here with Borrower and whatever. I guess I can get the Lorien Revealed in now. Might be playing Rafine's Tower also. We'll see. Then we get Tidebinder, Emperor, Seraph. This cube is absolutely cracked. That artifact was like a total blowout. Did it just swing the board, or am I seeing things? Keep it rolling. Yeah. Yeah, it did swing the board, actually. Yeah, which is hard to do. as it turns out. I kind of like Mastermind here over Tidebinder, but Emperor is also pretty solid. Take the Mastermind. Innocence, not really an Oculus deck. I like a Bat, but I mean, I do have Rafine's Tower. I could maybe get a little bit of black in here. I have Rafine waiting in the wings, on her wings. Hmm. Enduring Innocence is also good with these cheap creatures and token makers too, though. I think I have a decent chance to wheel that. I don't know. I guess it's not much of a difference as far as power level goes. Now we get a Lyris, Witch Enchanter. I think I'm going to go with Witch Enchanter. I do like Lyris, but the versatility of Witch Enchanter, and I don't have any other disenchants yet. I think it kind of puts it over the top, especially with our playable count being pretty good. Sorry, Lyris. Ooh, Teferi's great. I think March is okay, but yeah, Teferi's easy slam. Satya's kind of cool with the static prison because it gives you more energy to use on each turn. Kind of keeps them locked down longer. But that would require red mana, and a little bit late for that. Days? Doesn't look like it's really going to be the best Days list. Not quite enough blue for that for my taste. But I'll take a Cathar Commando. Okay. Duelist of the Mind, Mindstone, or Sunfall. I might actually want Sunfall, and I don't love Duelist of the Mind here. I already have decent 2s. I don't want any more blue 2s. Wield the Preordain, nice. Alright, so blue was more open than I thought it was going to be, based on pack 1. Breeding Pool. Emperor's nice. Sweet. Alright, so we can bring a couple things in from the board. Probably Sunfall can come in. I know we're relatively creature based, but Sunfall is still good enough, I think. Borrower can come in. And then probably just Scolding. Let's see, we have 8 there, and then Enchanter. Lorien, so kind of 10 lands. Plus 8. I could play 18 lands, but the curve's not super high. It wouldn't be that crazy to play Rafine, actually. Because I have the tower and Lorien revealed to go find it. And I have decent fixing otherwise. But I think I'd probably rather play Stern Scolding and not fool with the black mana. By the power of Mox Pearl, you've accelerated your mana beyond mortal limits. Tapping it summons forth a tide of white energy, paving the way for Static Prison to seal their fate. This combo is a dual ending spectacle. Your opponents are powerless before this vintage cube brilliance. Wow. And I'm assuming these are your original thoughts. Like we've got Dam, Rafine, Twister, Balance, Scolding. I don't think Dam and like I already have Sunfall that I think is better than those for this deck with how many creatures I have and creature makers. Twister, it just doesn't really seem like a Twister deck. Rafine is a little bit too difficult to play, I think, with our fixing. So then it really just comes down to Stern Scolding, I think, or just another land. Which another land wouldn't be crazy. I have pretty active lands, you know. I have Colonnade, Caracas, Rafine's Tower can cycle. Wasteland's not really a full land, and then Witch Enchanter's a spell, Lorn Revealed's a spell, so I could just play 18 lands. I just think I have a lot of 1, 2s, and 3s, like a pretty low curve in general. So I think I still just want 17. I'll play another spell. Is that a rhetorical question? Not yet, you won't. Only when I say. Yeah. All right. Let's play some games. I think this deck's pretty solid. I mean, we have double mocks, low curve, got interaction, we got creatures. Certainly would be better if I had a Felia that I passed up, but that's how it goes. What was the other one? I know it was a Thalia, but there's something else. Felia, Thalia, and some third thing. Come on. Cue me up. Oh, they heard me. All right, play first. Yes. Let's see what we got. Not bad. Not bad at all. Gotta play the mocks first to show off. I guess I'll go ahead and jam Caracas. They could have Wasteland, but whatever. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Because otherwise they can play a legend or something I can't counter anyway. I don't need to get the mastermind down right away. Although I guess if they play a legend, I can probably bounce it with Caracas unless it's a Planeswalker. So there's that. Oh, I should have. No, I think it's fine actually. Is a drinker. Okay. Hmm. I think I'll probably solitude the drinker instead of wins. And I think I'll cycle the Rafine's Tower. I don't really need double blue unless we draw Confluence. I guess red green, they do have a lot of ways to blow up the Sapphire, so it's a little risky that way. Maybe I should just play it. Yeah, I'll just play it. If they attack, I'll take 2. I only want to solitude if they're gonna level it. If they're not gonna level it yet, then I'll see if they have a bigger 3-drop. 6. Yeah. I think I'll just play the Enchanter then. And then hardcast the Solitude. Although, shoot, I messed up. I could just Caracas the 6. All right, I'm not reading any more of those. You've reached your Chat GPT chat of the week, chat of the day moments for today. Hmm. Yeah, I should just Caracas that. Save the Solitude for something I can't do that to. I can just either wins the Hex Drinker or draw with the Mastermind. I think I'll be drawing, but we'll see. All right, take 4. Maybe shouldn't do this just because, yeah, because of that, and also because they look like they're blanking on lands. So probably not the best idea, but what do I know? All right, let's just pass. Maybe they'll try to level it more. I don't know. They don't really have much reason to do that pre-combat, but you never know. Oh, well, now they do. Mountain cycling. Okay, so they play the land and then they're gonna level. Maybe. No, they play Sentinel. Okay. Fair enough. They don't explore. Yeah, I could just take it and wins next turn, but I think going now is fine. I don't want to go too low. So you know they have 6 in hand and 3 other cards. You can play something pretty big next turn. If they have like an Italy or whatever. Yeah, I'll keep a number. And I think I play Innocence. I don't mind trading off if they want to like explore on that. Okay. Wasteland. All right. Well, I don't know. They could go for Colonnade, but they might go for Caracas just to so that there's 6 lands. They may also have a way to recur it, so Glorybringer. That's interesting that they would go for Wasteland, or that they would Wasteland Caracas instead of Colonnade when they are playing a 4/4 flyer, but I guess they figure they can just exert on it. Or, well, no. I can play around that. They exert on the Solitude. I take 7. Do I block? No, I don't think I do. I'd rather just have it out and gain the life back a little bit. Hmm. Yeah, I think I just wins. I know they have 6. So I'm only going to get 1 hit in with this Enduring Innocence, but I at least have Emperor. I can kill their 6 if they attack with it. See if they can lose some mana crypt flips here. They've won 2 now. Drawing all the lands. They get Death Cruiter's Champion for the win. Cool. GG. I don't really have a sideboard, so run it back. Hand looks okay. I think I'll play the tower. Okay. Sure. Unless they have a way to recur it, I'd much prefer that than them blowing up something like a Colonnade or Caracas later. I'm not really hurting for my color requirements here. Island Go. Sure. Wait, what did I reveal? Prison. Okay. I think I just Palace Jailer that. I mean, I know they have potential hasters, but I think that's fine. I don't mind Palace Jailing a token. It's kind of low risk. I mean, they could obviously take the Monarch, but they won't get a creature back at least. It's lower risk. Got a Raptor, a Pyroglyph, sure. God. Welcome back, Jace. It's been a while. You're a brand new interviewer? We've spoken before though. Well, I can't really image Goyf the Goyf. That doesn't really work too well. I also don't want to static prison the Goyf. Doesn't seem smart. Don't want to bounce the Goyf. So, I mean, I could bounce it and then hold up No More Lies, I guess. And then next turn play Witch Enchanter Prison or something. Yeah, I don't know. Fable doesn't really matter too much right now. They might understand. Oh, that was your brother. I'm sorry. You have the exact same name as your brother? Sorry to laugh about that. I shouldn't be laughing about that. Seeka's Chariot. Yeah, I'll counter that. Okay. That is a little annoying, but it's alright. Okay, Wasteland doesn't take them off of Pyroglyph, so I think I need to kill the Reflection, so I think Witch Enchanter is kind of a must. But then it's just, do I hold up Scolding, or do I... I mean, I don't really need to kill the Halfling or Prison Halfling. Unless they have something massive they're trying to play. I think I'd rather just Wasteland their thing. Well, the thing is, if I don't Static Prison the Halfling, then they can take the Monarch. They can just blow up the Witch Enchanter and then take the Monarch. Yeah, let's just keep the Monarch for another turn at least. Get that advantage, keep making land drops. Oh, they go Rumble instead of Pyroglyph? What did they get? Broadside Bombardiers. Okay. That is extremely good. It's almost like they knew that's what they were going to get somehow. Like, why would you not play Pyroglyph in that situation? But I guess that's why. When you have a 3-mana Menace Haster that you can play. Whatever. Luckily, they don't have any permanents, so I can attack back and take the Monarch again, but... It's also something I could have countered with Stern Scolding, of course, but I chose to Wasteland instead. Well, I can Phantasmal Image the Bombardiers and kill it. I guess that's probably what I should do, huh? And then I think I just attack with this. Sack the Static Prison, kill the Bombardiers. And then have a blocker. Or have two blockers, I'll play Usher. Oh, it's not an artifact. Whoops. My bad. I could have gotten 2 more damage in. Alright, well now we're probably going to get Goifed. But they won't have the ability to take Monarch unless they have another haste thing somehow. Which I doubt. And we get to play Brazen Borrower. And continue with the card advantage. Glorybringer. Okay. Well, luckily I can block that. See if they exert. They do. Okay. Kill the broadside. Play that. Chumperooski. Adeline's pretty good. I can wait on the winds for now because it's exerted. Teferi. Okay. There's the Goif. So down goes Adeline. But now I can wins both things. And they get their Delighted Halfling back, so I guess I'll wins that too. Yeah. So they'll get to play whatever's in their hand. It's kind of one of the downsides of wins if you're not killing your opponent, but I think it's a pretty good deal for me. That gets a 6/7 and a Glorybringer off the battlefield. Got a Bolt, sure, Burst Lightning. Still have Stern Scolding and draw Cathar Commando. Cool. Alright, sorry, Jace Scoopcaster. Your deck's packing some serious heat with Mox Pearl and the Wandering Emperor. What's your secret to bouncing fast mana with late game bombs like that? Oh, it's no secret. You just draft the cards, put them in your deck, and play them if you draw them. That's magic, baby. Nice. Oh. Oh, I'm so stupid. I could have scolding the Death Critters champion. Of course, I took that moment to answer your stupid question, Jace Scoopcaster. I mean, it's not a stupid question. I take it back. You're just a stupid person for asking the question. I just don't know if Stern Scolding is going to find a better target than that. A 4 mana Stern Scolding target. Basically, you ruined my whole life, so thanks for that. I don't need to attack with Colonnade, so I think I go Teferi instead of Path. Keep our instant speed removal available. Stomp, huh? Okay. Fair enough. Sunfall. What's up, Pure Gosu? You're glad I exist? I'm glad you exist. Appreciate the words. Unless you're glad that I exist so that you can kill me. In that case, I don't really appreciate that, but I assume that's not the case. I feel like I've had the Monarch pretty much every turn of the game, and somehow my opponent still is making it seem like the game's even. I don't know how that's happening, but it is. Alright, this is going to be a good Sunfall. Especially because I can play it at instant speed if I want. Probably need to hurry up a little bit. I think this is just game 1. Or I think it's at least game 2. Not positive. Oh no. You have so many large creatures. Oh, and they play a haster. Incredible. I was even about to say, oh, please don't play anything else, like with haste, that you'd play pre-combat before I play Sunfall. Detectives Phoenix. Nice. Wait, they didn't play it? Why didn't they play it? GG. All right, that was game 2. So game 3 will be on the draw. I guess balance I should probably bring in. I have a lot of creatures for balance, but they just have a lot of heavy hitters that I need to get rid of. And they have cheap removal to kill my stuff, so maybe I can kind of bait them into clearing my side of the board. I can get them with a few creatures. I don't know. It doesn't really seem like the best strategy, especially because I'm probably going to end up with more cards in hand. Like, they kind of seem like they want to curve out. So it's likely I'm going to have to discard. I don't know. I'm just going to run it back. Sounds okay. Would love to draw Mox. Start with Archive, I guess. They obviously have Wasteland, but I don't think starting with Plains Usher makes much sense. Mastermind. Nah, I don't think Mastermind makes much sense here. They're not really drawing a lot of extra cards. Fanatic. There's the Mox. Well, if I go Plains, Mox, Usher, the problem is if they have a Wasteland, then I can't No More Lies anything for that turn. I think I should just get the Colonnade down and hold the No More Lies. Usher's not really doing anything against a Fanatic anyway. Scythe Cat Cub. Yeah, I'll counter that. I can Jailer the Fanatic. They do have a lot of hasters, so I don't love introducing the Monarch. Especially because they can just play like a haste creature and then have Fanatic back to block with a big butt, you know? So maybe I just play Emperor, get rid of it, and then introduce Monarch later. I already have an Emperor out. Oh my god, I clicked the wrong one. Well, whoops. I clicked the wrong button. I'm used to, I had some weird old head planeswalker thought where it's like, okay, the plus is some minor thing, the minus is like typically removal, and then there's like the ultimate is the last one. So then in my head I was like, okay, the middle one has to be the one I want to click. But of course nowadays most planeswalkers it's like they have 3 relevant abilities, not just 2 relevant ones and then a shoot the moon ultimate, you know. That was rather annoying. And now I'm sitting here like chumping and whatever. I mean, I guess the Emperor would have died either way, so it's going to be kind of a wash, but not really. Hmm. I think I need to play Jailer. I don't like introducing Monarch, but I think it needs to happen. Question is, what do I exile with Emperor? It's probably still Fnatic, but Bloodbird Challenger is harder to block to keep Monarch. Alright, I guess I'll go Challenger. And then we just gotta hope that they don't have a big haster, like a Glory Bringer. They have a lot in their deck, though. They have the Dasher that gives double strike. They have Glory Bringer. They have Bombardiers. Pyrogoyf is also very annoying because they kill the Jailer and then they can just attack with the 1/4, and I kind of have to chump, which sucks, especially when I have Innocence. I was going to get going with the Escher, but no real choice here. If I don't block, they get Hex Drinker back and the Monarch, so I'm kind of forced into it. Stern Scolding. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, I feel kind of dead here. I guess the best move is to just leave Colonnade back. Ooh, Borrower. It's kind of nice, actually. Doesn't really help me this turn, but damn. Okay. Opponent's deck is very good. Just red-green beats all around. I had like an extremely good draw last game, and I still felt like I barely won. But now they're just stomping all over me. All right, all right, all right. And they have the extra mana to just, like, Fnatic is ridiculous. I can't even really bounce that. Of course they hit a thing. Make it a 4-5. Sure. I just kind of had to hope that they hit a land. I could still block it, I think. All right. Maybe I was supposed to petty theft the Minskin Boo before they could activate, I guess. But I don't know. I'm kind of done. GG. I could have drawn a sweeper, but they still have Minskin Boo. Not really going to be able to beat that. GG's. Even if I drew Sunfall there, it's like pretty unlikely that I can pull it out. Obviously, if it was higher stakes, I would keep playing because I had like a 3% chance. I like how you're getting mad at me and then you just go you're such a pro that you just go right back to the interview. You're nothing like your brother. This is like my first mulligan. Been pretty lucky on openers. But this is going to have to go back. Sand's not great, but I think it's a keep. It's got good lands. I think Squadron's pretty good in this deck in general, if we can get the other token makers. So, let's keep it and we'll throw a land back, I guess. Just Island can go. Yuck. Commando. Sure. Obviously, it's going to be a while before that's playable, but we have the double blue right now. And it is a very strong card, so. Although red-white, maybe they won't give us enough time to play a 5-mana spell. Luckily, I can Wasteland the Parlor. They bin an Usher of the Fallen. That's interesting. Seems like something they would want, but who knows? Maybe they're looking for lands. I mean, I could play the Squadron, but I don't really need to. I think I just Wasteland their thing and hope that they're stuck on lands or something. That's why they binned the Usher. I don't know. There's potential for it. Yeah, I mean they're playing the Meadow, Could be their only mana source right now. No red. Take another damage. Borrower. I think I wait and I just play Commando and attack. Hope they don't have a blocker. Or if they play like a haste thing. Well, now I wish I played Squadron. Because now I'm going to take 2 and I'm not going to be able to stop them from making another token, I'm not supposed to play Petty Theft because then they just draw a card. Doesn't really make much sense. So, kind of unfortunate there, but it's alright. They could have had that mountain in hand. They just wanted to get their double white down tapped first. So maybe they're not stuck on lands, but it's worth a shot. So now we have Caracas for Adeline at least. And I guess I just play Mastermind. No, I should play Squadron. Because I wanna bounce to Adeline now. So I can get in for 3. So let's do that and then yeah, I think I want to play the blocker, even though I can get more value out of it later. Because I also eventually want to actually play the Enchanter on the Esper Sentinel if I can. Oh, they have Chain Lightning, of course. Alright. Well, good on ya. You get another creature. Okay, we'll just get a regular island. And I guess, I mean, Cathar Commando's not blocking, but I could stop them from getting another token. Four, I go to 9. They go to 14, and then 9, I would go to 4. They'd go to 4. Yeah. Problem is I still just don't have blocks, so I might as well do this. It's 1 extra damage, 1 extra creature, but they're also not playing other things if they're playing Adeline, like other big things. So, I don't know. God. Okay. I might have to let them draw a card here. Oh, it doesn't really matter. I was going to let them draw anyway. I was going to say now that the Sentinel's bigger. But it's not like they draw 2 cards. It just makes the tax larger, but that doesn't really matter. Ephemerate. Could just play Witch Enchanter untapped, and then I'd have Confluence up. Then they draw another card with Sentinel. So they play Adversary or Adeline. Buff everything up. I don't really know the right call here. My gut tells me to play Enchanter, but I'm not actually sure this is the right move. Because now they just play Adversary again, and I have to trade. And just hope I draw a land. What? Why would they do that? I mean, the attack is fine. They might as well do that, but I guess, oh, I guess they're building up for a bigger adversary. Sure. Static prison. Hmm. Do I get aggressive here or do I try to slow things down? I'm not sure. I kind of want to just go aggro. Hmm. So I would take 4, 2, 3. I should, well, they can just crew, huh? And then I'd have to ephemerate the enchanter without attacking. Get in for 3, though. Hmm. I guess I just wait. Yeah, let's just wait. I can do most of the stuff at instant speed. Intrepid adversary. Okay, you got it. So now I can block and then ephemerate the enchanter. Hopefully they don't have removal for it. For the big blowout. It would let them loot with the copter, but I think that's okay. Please don't have a bolt. I feel like they do, but I guess I should have played Fairy Mastermind first, maybe, and then just block just in case we don't take 4. But I do have Cathar Commando as a backup, so there's that. Oh, they had another land, but they didn't do another adversary thing? That's odd. Okay, so now when I get rid of adversary, I guess they'll draw 2, but it's fine. I get to mastermind. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Blow up the skull clamp. Doesn't get to attack this turn, but it's fine. Flicker wisp. I think I just play borrower instead of flicker wisp. I could like kill a token, but flicker wisp could have better use later. Adeline. Screaming Nemesis. Okay. The attack there, block, attack there. Leave a chumper. They block, I can do that. Alright, I guess 3, 4, 5, 2. I guess I don't bounce yet. Go to 4. I guess I could have died to 5. Well, they don't have any cards in hand. Never mind. All right, that should do it. I mean, I say should. They literally have 0 cards, so now they have 1. But GG. All right, game 2. It was a long game 1, or at least I took a long time on it. Yeah, no board really. I mean, it is red white. I could bring another sweeper, I guess. Wouldn't be crazy. Check out like Mastermind. Sure. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, it's got a Mox, but it's the wrong one. Yeah, I can mulligan that, I think. Sand's kind of lousy too, but I'll keep it. Maybe I should have kept that. It's my only cheap spell, but I can't really play it right now. Yikes. Zigela. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of the Fractured. I was going to go Enchanter, but if we need to play it for the double white, I don't want to have shot myself in the foot there. I already have Sunfall to kind of clean things up. I feel like it's kind of asking for too much with the Fractured there. Brazen Borrower. That does take care of the Cat Warrior token. But I think I'd rather have something else. Yikes. I mean, I want to Wasteland the Caracas, but I also kind of just want to build to Sunfall. So let's do that. So I think if I wasteland the Caracas, they're just gonna hit me for 5 each turn. I'm gonna die before I get to Sunfall. If I do it this way, I can maybe get there. Okay, we drew untapped land, so means I can hang on to the Witch Enchanter. And I guess I just jailer one of the cat tokens. Nah, I shouldn't give him Monarch. It's a bad idea. But if I take 7 next turn, it's pretty likely that they can just kill me. Especially if they have like another haster to deal more damage. I just play the Enchanter for no value. Sure. So now we just take 6. I can't really trade because then it flips a Johnny. Of course, this will be the one turn where they don't bounce Caracas and they have it up to bounce their Johnny in response to Sunfall. But still got to do it. Attacking with a Johnny. That would be weird. Oh, they just have double bolt, really? Fiery Confluence? Oh, Pyroglyph. For exactly lethal. Incredible. Yeah, it's red-white, I guess. Yeah, no board, really. These lights are a little intense on the webcam there. It's hard to fix though, because then the webcam just like does this auto adjust. So like no matter what you do, I mean I guess that looks fine. Whatever. It just I feel like it looked like an apparition when they're higher up. Alright, we need to have at least one Mox in our opener, and we need them to not go crazy. Is that too much to ask? Well, I hope we didn't just freeze up. Oh, God. Okay, we're good. Magic Online's been having some serious problems lately, so you never know. Yeah. Looks good. I guess I'll start with Usher. Esper Sentinel. No blocks, huh? Okay. Yikes. Well, it's not the best one to Caracas, but it is possible. It is an option. Hmm. I mean, I could Phantasmal Image it, but it's not like I get it to flip it if the cat dies. It's just like kind of a decent 2-drop play. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. All right. We can't really block. I guess I can. Yeah, whatever. I'll block. Just to stall. I know they can replay it and kind of get back where they were, but it's okay. I don't love it because I am trying to build up the Sunfall, but I think I do have to wins the Nemesis. I could copy it and try to race him, but I don't know how wise that is. Especially when mine's much more vulnerable. let's just get rid of that thing. Have to pay the extra one. And then I think I just stay back actually, because if they have Intrepid Adversary or something like that, they want to play on 4 instead of a Johnny. I'd like to be able to trade with the Sentinel. And I don't think I'm really winning the offensive here. Scrapwork Mutt into a Johnny, I'm assuming. I'll probably still just trade with the Sentinel if they attack. I don't know if they will, but... Mox Pearl, okay. A little bit more vulnerable to removal, but it's at least on their white source. Which is nice. Not really a spot where I want to introduce Palace Jailer. But I will play Adeline. Oh, and I have to pay the tax, right? There's also that. Alright, won't attack because then they'll just trade with Cat Warrior and flip a Johnny. Not a great idea. Okay, 6 mana. Do you have a Winds of your own? No, this is a Ballista, looks like. Oh, unexpectedly absent. I don't mind that. They tucked it really far too, which means I can maybe draw a land in the meantime. Which would be great. They're attacking with a Johnny. It's weird. Why would you do that? Maybe they have Savine's Reclamation. Draw another 5-drop. I only have like 2 5s in this whole deck. I mean, unless you count Solitude. Okay. Could copy the Scrapwork Mutt and try to like discard the Palace Jailer or something. I mean, at this point, Palace Jailer is not that risky to just play. Still am a little bit reluctant. Yeah, it's probably not smart, but let's do it. There's a dam, at least. It's not quite as good as Sunfall, but it's something. So they get to pay 2, or like do it twice, I mean. Oh, oops. That sucks. I mean, it makes it to where they don't have as good of attacks, but they still get Monarch. Oh, that would have been lethal. So 4 instead of 2. I don't know. What am I saying? It wouldn't have been lethal because I still could have blocked. 5 to the dome. Okay. Also, if they'd pumped the mana in there, they wouldn't be able to play Pyroglyph, so whatever. Let's see. So I can't take back Monarch, unfortunately. So should I wait? I can Phantasmal Image their Goyf, hit their adversary, and play like a commando or something to jump with. Let's just do this. Yeah, I'm at 6. They have Monarch. Need to draw a 5th land. Be ideal. They loot a mountain away. They play Witch Enchanter. Oh, God. That sucks. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was talking about with the more fragile I was saying earlier. Image. Squadron. Commando. Yeah. Okay. Just gotta play Commando and try to trade. That's annoying. Oh my god. Opponent just got the nuts, but they do have the Monarch. They've drawn extra cards, so it happens. Yeah, just couldn't get to that 5th land. GG's. 0-2. This deck is pretty good, but it's Vintage Cube, so it happens. Sometimes your interaction doesn't quite line up. We played against 2 aggro decks too, so it can be tough when you don't draw that 5th land in time. But that's the balance of this great game. Even when you're not playing the card balance in your deck, because you drafted a bunch of creatures. I don't know, maybe we should have still been playing it. But I guess I'll play the last game, sure. I think this deck has 1 win in it, surely. Oh. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my cat just did the biggest yawn of all time. By human or beast. Oh, another one. Yeah. What? He has something pressing to tell me, but only 13 lands? At least 15? What do you mean? I have Lorien Revealed and Witch Enchanter, which can be a land on the other side. And I have 2 Moxen, so it's 17, essentially. I don't love this hand. My opponents, for whatever reason, have not been playing non-basic lands when I have Wasteland, and then they do play non-basic lands when I don't have Wasteland. So you only have 13 lands? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have 13 lands plus 2 Moxen, so that's essentially 15. Plus Lorien Revealed, which gets it's one of the island cyclers. So that's 16. Plus Witch Enchanter, which is a land on its other face. So it's 17. Quick maths. I don't know how else to do the math for you, but all right. I mean, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I do have fewer lands than that, but I don't think so. I think I can keep this. I don't know. Doesn't seem that great, but especially when I get thought seized. Damn it. Here, I think I can look at the deck, yeah. Okay, Mox 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, plus Lorien Revealed, which is an Island Cycler, which is 16. And then Witch Enchanter, which is a land on its other side, which is 17. Let's see what they take. Not including Mox or double-faced cards. Oh, I don't know. That doesn't... I don't think that really makes sense to have... Like, I don't think they need to be lands unless you have a reason to need lands, like Titania or something. But, I don't know. I mean, I don't count, like, talismans as lands or, you know... I wouldn't count something like that, but a Mox is essentially the same thing. It's just slightly more vulnerable to removal. They took Winds of Abandon, so they're probably playing Reanimator if I had to guess. They're trying to get something big out. But I don't know. Could just be mid-range. They don't want my cheap removal spell in my hand. Definitely not going to play Rafine's Tower this game. Or, well, at least not yet. Yeah, there's the Frantic Surge, probably binning a Archon or a Traxa or something. Oh, no. 2 lands. Okay. Fair enough. Liliana. Well, I got plenty of things to discard for now. Do I want to play Flicker Wisp? I mean, they're just going to make me sack it with the Lily. I think I just draw with Tower. Ditch the island, I guess. Now that you don't need land, you draw it, yeah. So you struggle to get, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I have 17 mana sources that are essentially the same as lands, and that's good enough for me, so. They ditched an island, okay. I don't think I care. I mean, they have to take Confluence, obviously, so. Oh, they didn't. Oh, maybe they didn't discard anything. Yeah, I guess not. They already knew I had the Confluence, so. Makes sense. Speaking of the devil, they're my non-land lands. So I guess I'll just draw with Lorien Revealed. Seems good. Seems like a good way to kind of combat the discard. A. We get to static prison the Lily before it gets to ultimate. Double. I want the Flicker Wisp because I do need to kind of have more than just one creature at a time against Lily. Or what am I saying? I have prison. Maybe I should have kept the prison or kept the memorialize. Whatever. Should I? Okay, I think I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna flicker wisp. I'm gonna flicker wisp the static prison and then just get more energy. I think that'll work. So now I can keep the lily away longer. Kite sail freebooter. No, thank you. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play the Mox. I mean, if somehow they do get the lily back, I want to have my hand free of cards. And maybe I should play Emperor main phase against, you know, potential counterspell. But I'm going to save it for now. Animate dead on the troll. Okay. It's a big fella. I guess I should just wait then. Yeah, just wait. Okay, let's not click the wrong one this time. What, buddy? You hungry? He's like chewing on a cardboard box. Hexproof, huh? All right, sir. Hey, cut that out. Well, their planeswalker is significantly better than mine in this situation. Stick it to bin a land. So what do I do here? They can just attack my Wandering Emperor. Do they get a benefit for attacking me at all? Yeah, they get to draw if I lose life. I can't path. So do I make it 2/2 and just be satisfied with that, or do I try to keep the Emperor alive? I guess I just make my 2/2. Carry on with my day. Yikes. It's a lot of lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13. 13 lands in the top 21. It's quite a few. Alright, they might have a flash thing here. We'll see. Still going to attack though. See if we can kill the Kaito. They might not guess that I have Path. Just because I can't target the Kaito, you know. I'll keep the planes in hand for now. It's not really doing me much good. I don't have any like X spells or anything. Alright, they get their Lily back, but I can attack it now since it comes in on my turn. I'm not sure. They didn't have removal last time, so I'm going to assume they don't this time. And just attack it with a solo Flicker Wisp. But, alright, they scoop. Interesting. See, sometimes also keeping lands in your hand to kind of bluff that you have more cards to play. Sometimes it, in a lower stakes game like that, your opponent will just be like, oh, he still has 2 cards. He's like, he's just waiting to counter my thing. Meanwhile, it's just a plains. But anyway. This is also the O2 bracket, so these are opponents that are already somewhat discouraged. So blue-black, yeah, no changes, I don't think. Got a mulligan this. This looks okay, though. Ditch the borrower, I think. I could get rid of the fractured if I thought it was likely that we're going to get hand disrupted. But I think it's just such a better card that if they don't have any hand disruption, it's going to be a lot better to have. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Better cards are better. Zefributa. Okay. So I can take Teferi or Identity. Put it under the kite sail. I don't know what they'll take actually. I guess yeah, Teferi makes sense in the midterm here. I think they'll probably image that. I mean, see what they've got over there. Really miscalc Vamp Tutor. Well, I don't love Vamp Tutor, but they have Harvester of Misery. Removal spell that I can't take. Miscalc's annoying against my Identity. I mean, whatever I take here is gonna get, they're gonna get it right back after they Harvester, so it's really yeah, I'm just gonna take the Vamp Tutor just in case whatever they were gonna maybe get takes precedence over whatever they're trying to do here. Or takes precedence over, like, harvesting my freebooter, you know? Oh, and I didn't play land. Cool. Ah, cool. O2 bracket, indeed. They're not doing anything. Interesting. All right. Let's try playing our lands. Gonna harvester that. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. I guess maybe I should have taken the miscalc. But there goes the harvester. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh, Palace Jailer. Interesting. Alright, let's just pass again. Cycle Troll, okay. Maybe should have played... Oh. Frantic Search. Well, in that case, I'm going to play Solitude under their miscalc here, get my Teferi back, and then they get to untap here so they can counter my Teferi, or they can try, but I can pay for that. And if they don't counter the Teferi, then they can't counter anything following it, so I think it's going to end up being a 5-mana Teferi, or they'll just try to kill it before and save their miscalc, I guess. I don't know. They discard Evolve Sleeper Grave Titan. They animate dead Grave Titan, and they still have miscalc open. That's okay, we can fight through it with the Teferi. I could also play Witch Enchanter and fight through it with Jailer if I wanted. Yo, what's up, boys? It's been a while. Yeah, I've been streaming over on YouTube, so you haven't seen me back, but I finally caved and I'm doing like a double stream thing, you know, that you can do to, you can stream to YouTube and Twitch. How's it going, dude? Oh, now we just get to play Plains. That's nice. Oh, I guess I can Witch Enchanter the animate dead. That's a solution. I don't need to risk them getting a Grave Titan back. Yeah, that works. Busy with work and gym. Nice. Yeah, just working and playing Magic. All right. One freebooter chip at a time. I haven't really been playing much besides Vintage Cube. I guess that's kind of been going for a while though. As far as my indifference towards the main sets. Orient Oculus. Okay. Yeah, it's Cube. Vintage Cube. Attacking with both. I think I'll block one. I'll keep my Solitude around because I'm going to try to get rid of the Oculus here. I guess they still have Miscalc up. I guess that'd be one reason to keep the enchanter around. But luckily we drew another land, so I can still play through the miscalc. So they have one unknown in hand. The Vamp Tutor's under the freebooter. I could just bounce the Oculus. That's kind of a clean way to get rid of the Oculus. And then I don't have to worry about the miscalc anymore. They'll probably just cycle it. But I could fracture it and have it for my own, which is kind of nice. Seems good to me. Don't jump up here. You're going to kill me. Go away. My cat Jed has a bad habit of like getting ready to jump up on me in my chair, but then he doesn't really have a good angle. So then he just clings to my leg and claws the shit out of me, so it's not my favorite thing. I'm a little reluctant to put this Solitude in the graveyard just because I don't want them to have something good to reanimate right now. So just keep it back. Manifest. Caracas, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Duelist of the Mind. Sure. Billy. You got it. Sack a creature. Good old Wasteland. We win these indeed. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Unless they have some crazy Archon of Cruelty play, but even that. So they can block there. I guess I kind of have to go, well, I could just go ahead and Jailer. There's a chance that we're overextending into something, but I'll keep the Wasteland in hand in case they have another discard spell. Scoop. Nice. Yeah, that was kind of a disappointing 1-2. It seemed like a good deck. But close matches just didn't really get there. Like double mocks, pretty good curve. Some good interaction. Fractured Identity making an appearance finally. Yeah, nothing insane, but I would have liked to have seen 2 wins, but it happens. That's going to be it for tonight. I know you just joined Hoist, but I gotta bounce. I'll be back on maybe tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. Appreciate you watching. Oh, more Cube later. Subscribe, follow, like, comment. Live your life.